For the second year in a row, we're late, but we're here. Folks, ladies and gentle cars, my name is Farkle8000, and it's time to kick off the 2026 season the same way we have every year since 2021. It's the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Now, this is a tournament that should be out in January, preferably the first week of January, hence the New Year's part of the All-Star New Year's Tournament. However, procrastination is one hell of a mental drug, and we're late, but we're here. We've got a new track to the season, and if you want to know that and much, much more, just before we get into this tournament, and even the competitions that are happening hopefully relatively quickly after this tournament, you can go and watch my 2026 Diecast Competition Series breaking news video that was released just hopefully earlier this week, if not last week, kind of depends when this tournament is uploaded. But for the 2026 All-Star New Year's Tournament, we've got 20 competitors competing, and you're probably wondering how these 20 competitors joined and were able to compete in this tournament. Well, let me tell you. There are 4 requirements. You can either be in the top 10 in points in the 2025 Diecast Competition Series season, be a winner from the 2025 Diecast Competition Series season, be a champion of the Diecast Competition Series, or number 4, be a past winner of the All-Star New Year's Tournament. And I guess either wasn't exactly a very good choice of words just before starting right there, because as you can imagine, many of those can and will overlap. For example, if you're the champion of the 2025 Diecast Competition Series, you're a champion of the series, you probably got a couple of wins to get you there, and you're top 10 in points. This year, as I mentioned, that boils down to 20 competitors. This tournament, just for bragging rights, there's no points on the line. So let's meet your competitors, then get into the fun. We start in order of how I introduced the requirements to join this tournament. We'll start with the top 10. First, in the 2025 Diecast Competition Series, is a competitor I feel needs no introduction. It is your defending series champion, Demon. Demon is a 3-time champion of the Diecast Competition Series, and of course, he is your defending champion, looking for his 3rd championship in a row in 2026 to claim his 4th overall. He got 1 win in 2025, that was the most influential competition on the schedule, the March competition. Shockingly, Demon is tournamentless. This is his 4th appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament, and he's had plenty more mid-season tournament appearances as well. He has not won a single one. Second in points in 2025 was Roadster. She got 1 win that season, or last season I should say. That was the February competition, and she is a sophomore this year. She was your 2025 Rookie of the Year. Since this is her sophomore season, this is her first appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Third in points was Mock. Mock was winless in 2025, his rookie year, so Mock is well a sophomore in 2026, but despite being winless, he had a chance at the championship going into that final competition of the season. He was just insanely consistent. Due to him being a sophomore this year, this is his first appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Fourth in points was Voltage, who is also winless in 2025, but was very consistent, had one of his best seasons, or his best season period, since 2022. He is the 2025 winner of the All-Star New Year's Tournament in exciting fashion. That one went all the way to a race 9 between he and Baseline. This is Voltage's third appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Fifth in points was Stingray, a rookie last season, a sophomore this year. She got a win late in the year, finally got that win in her rookie year in the December competition. She was very consistent the first half of the year, but once Race and Land happened, she fell back, but was able to hold on to a top 5 points position. This is her first appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Sixth in the points was Comic, who got 2 wins in 2025, those coming in January and May, and DNFs ruined everything. Comic, I don't think Comic would have been champion, but he definitely would have been in the conversation heading into that last competition of the season, and he would have won Rookie of the Year, no problem. He's a sophomore this year. This is his first appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Seventh in points was Elliot. Elliot got 5 wins in 2025, the most out of everyone, and those were his first 5 career wins. He was a rookie last year and came on by storm. Unfortunately, he was very inconsistent, still clawed back though to 7th in points. An incredible drive the last few competitions to get himself a top 10 in his very first season. This is his first appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. 8th in points was Diablo, and he got 1 win in 2025. He went back-to-back in Race Derby and also almost won Race and Land. Kind of faltered there late. This is his second appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. 9th in points was Splitter, who was winless last season, but had his best season since 2022. Splitter is your 2020 champion and Rookie of the Year. And shockingly, Splitter is also tournamentless. This is his 6th appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. And rounding out the top 10 from 2025 is Virtual. He was also winless in 2025, but he was pretty good, but DNFs nearly ruined everything. A couple DNFs down the stretch in the last few competitions put him uncomfortably close to that cut line, though Virtual, a rookie from 2021, he's a veteran of the series by this point, was able to claw himself back. Virtual is also tournamentless. This is his 4th appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Moving on now to the winners from 2025. We start near mid-season with Race and Land. Your Race and Land winner was Hooters. Hooters, the only NASCAR winner from last season, got it done in exciting fashion, battling a Diablo there late in the stretch. Overall came home 39th in 2025. Hooters was a rookie last year. He's a sophomore this year. This is his first appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. The very next competition saw Nerve Hammer score his first career win in the July competition. He did arrive late though. Last season was able to claw his way up to 69th in points. He was very fast. Since Nerve Hammer was a rookie last season, he's a sophomore this year. This is his first appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Salty scored 2 wins in 2025, those coming in August and Halloween. He too was a rookie last year, arrived late and came home 133rd in 2025 in points. He was very fast, hence the 2 wins. But after his win in Halloween, he made a lot of very costly mistakes. This is Salty's first appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. And finally, the greatest win in the Diecast Competition Series, Dual Fueler finally got his first career win. It came in the very last competition of the season. Came in the Christmas competition. I say finally because he had 5 runner-up finishes before finally getting that win. He finished 13th in 2025. This is his second appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Moving on to past champions of the Die-Cast Competition Series, we start with the very first, the 2018 champion. That was 3. 3 came home 29th in points in 2025. And shockingly, she is tournamentless. This is her 6th appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament, looking for her first overall tournament win. Your 2019 champion Shooter was 95th in points in 2025. He started quite strong, actually. Drove up to the top 15, top 20, but unfortunately dropped as the season went on. Had a few DNFs in there as well. Shooter is also tournamentless. This is his second appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. Your 2021 champion was Blitz. She came home 14th in points in 2025, and she was relatively inconsistent, though had a chance at making the top 10 in points and not having to rely on her championship late in the stretch. She was the one who finished run-up to Dual Fueler in that last competition, so close, but I'm sure she's excited for a speed track back. This is her 5th appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. She's the winningest tournament competitor with 3 overall wins, 2 of those coming in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. And finally, we have your 2023 champion Symbol. He came home 25th in 2025. Technically, that's his worst season since 2022, but some slight review of some recorded results say that technically this was his worst season in his career, and 2022 was actually better than what we all think it was. He's winless in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. This is his 4th appearance. And finally, for the previous All-Star New Year's Tournament winners, there's 2 of them. Your 2021 and inaugural All-Star New Year's Tournament winner, Howler. It was 64th in 2025, which was pretty disappointing, actually. The sister track to the one used in 2025 and 2020, Howler got 2 wins, finished runner-up in points. This is Howler's 6th appearance in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. He's competed in them all. And finally, your 2024 All-Star New Year's Tournament winner, Baseline, came home 19th in points in 2025, which is extremely disappointing. That's the worst season in his career. He's entering his 4th season in the Die-Cast Competition Series here in 2026. This is his 3rd appearance overall in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. And now that you've met your competitors, here is how the races break out. We have 5 races of 4 competitors. That will bring us down to a top 5 and then a top 2. So basically exactly how rounds 3, 4, and 5 would work in a regular competition. We got a fast track. We got some strong competitors. Some competitors who want to finally start the 2026 season. I'm right there with them. So let's get to racing in 2026. We begin this tournament from right to left with Hooters, Nerve Hammer, Symbol, and Comic. Let's get the 2026 All-Star New Year's Tournament underway. And it looks to be Hooters falling behind early. Comic as well. The track wobbles big. Going to the line. Symbol way in the air across the line. And they were 4 wide. A photo finish on the very first track. Symbol pulling a front-nosed wheelie across the line. Will hold on to take the win. And Hooters comes home in second Wow, what a comeback for him. I was not expecting that. I guess through that transition, everyone just kind of bouncing big. Hooters just kind of snuck on through. And actually, I'm being told that Nerve Hammer actually got off the track and got in onto Hooters' lane. That was a chaotic finish right here. Was not expecting much chaos on this track. I know it was fast, but man, oh man. Symbol, though, advances to round 2. Next up, we've got Diablo, Baseline, Shooter, and Voltage. And it looks to be another relatively even start. Diablo falling way behind. Another big bounce for the track. Shooter was in the air. 3 wide across the line. Shooter pulling a wheelie across the line. That was super tight. And then something weird's going on here with the finish pieces. This is a race that needs a lot of review. And Shooter wins the race. How? He was in the air. He was pulling a wheelie, coming across the line. How on earth does Shooter win this race? That makes no sense whatsoever. Taking a look back at it, I don't know, it doesn't look like he takes the win, but the pieces say he does. And taking a look back at it as well, it doesn't look like anything bad is going on with pieces. But man, coming onto that flat, we've had 2 races on this track, and already I believe we need to make some adjustments. Coming onto that flat, competitors bouncing way in the air, and also the track moving a lot. We really need to fix that. Shooter takes the win, pulling a wheelie 3 wide across the line. Next up, we've got 3. Howler, Mach, and Stingray. And I have been informed by the Diecast Competition Series that some alterations have been made already to the track. The back pillar has been raised a little bit, and then our very front pillar has been moved forwards a little bit to try and make that transition onto the flat a little less extreme, I guess is kind of the best way to put it. And so let's see if those modifications work. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Howler bounces there, falls behind. It's a bounce and a fight between the sophomores. It looked like Howler was in the air and off the track again. Mach takes the win. Mach and Stingray right there were fighting. They were side by side that entire race. It looked like Stingray had pulled ahead a little bit, coming onto the flat right there, and then Mach through there. I'm not sure if Stingray bounced, was less clean, but Mach pulls off the win, and Howler finishes third. I don't know how, because it looked like he was off the track there. I guess he was just a little bit further ahead of 3, and even coming off the track, still kept his momentum. Mach takes the win, advances to round 2. Next up, we've got Virtual, Salty, Demon, and Roadster. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Virtual and Salty falling behind. A wobble there. Salty on the side of the track. It's a fight now between the top 2 from last season. Demon and Roadster across the line. Demon outlasts her. Man, just like last year, first and second, Demon and Baseline were fighting for the win, and last season, Baseline prevailed. This season, Demon prevails over his runner-up competitor from last year, Roadster. Comes home second in this race, though definitely showed some speed right there. Salty getting off the track early in this race. I really didn't think that first, angle right there was going to cause any issues, but for Salty right there, it came off the track and was just kind of gathering it back up. He falls to 4th place. Demon advances to round 2. Final race of round number 1 contains Splitter, Elliot, Blitz, and Dual Fueler. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Bouncing there, Blitz on top of Elliot through the transition 4 wide. I think Splitter got the win. Blitz right there nearly flipped. She was off the track coming through that transition. Splitter does get the win. But Blitz coming through that onto the flat right there, I guess is what I really should be saying now. Transitioned in my brain from saying it 1,000 times last year. But coming onto the flat right there, Blitz kind of came off of Elliott and nearly flipped, almost DNF. That was... This season shouldn't see any DNFs because of the speed you're running on this one. But if you do DNF in a regular competition, I mean, points stay the same, and you're going to be losing a lot of them because I really don't think we're going to see many, if any, DNFs for next year. So Blitz, right there through that first angle, seems like that's something she really has to work on. The two Gruppo brothers, Splitter, the older one, takes the win ahead of his younger brother Elliott to advance to round 2. And here are your Fast 5. 5 competitors remain. Not a single one of them have won the All-Star New Year's Tournament. So a first-time All-Star New Year's Tournament winner in this tournament. That's really, really fun. And a lot of veterans. And this one, Mach, the only unexperienced competitor in this one. And usually when it gets to this time, I give you my win predictions. And that's what I'm going to put down now. I really haven't given this much thought, to be honest with you. So just kind of bear with me here. Race 1, it could be anyone for both of these races. Race 1, very, very strong group of competitors right here. However, Mach didn't go flying onto the flat in round number 1, and so I'm going to pick him. I think he's going to be smooth, while everyone else wrecks, and he's just going to take the win. Race 2, I genuinely have no idea. You know what? Let's pick Demon. I have no reason to pick Demon. I just want to pick Demon, to be honest with you. And so I'm gonna pick Demon, and those are my predictions. So those are my 2 picks. I'm picking Mach and Demon. Really, anyone, though, could win the race if they're smooth and clean enough. And so, with my predictions in hand, let's go find out if I'm right. Let's go run round number 2. We kick off round number 2 with Symbol, Shooter, and Mach. And it looks to be Shooter a slight lead, a big lead now, but now he bounces on the side of the track into Symbol. They slow down. Mach will take the win. Shooter will come across the line. Symbol's gonna DNF though. Shooter coming through that first angle. Again, an angle I never thought was actually gonna prove difficulty at all. But clearly competitors in this tournament having trouble getting it through there. Shooter just bounced. He had a big lead, bounced coming through there, and just kind of just came off the track, got into Symbol, make Symbol DNF. Make Symbol DNF. That is not good for the competitions, and Symbol has taken a Shooter to the ground. He is furious, and it is very, very hard to blame him. I mean, on a track where there's probably going to be not many, if any, DNFs, Symbol getting a DNF right here. Luckily, this is not for points, but if that happened during a regular competition, I could see an all-out brawl happening between a couple of competitors, because that is a lot of points you're losing for a DNF. Mach here kind of steals the win, advances to the final round. Final race of round number 2. We've got Demon and Splitter lined up at the start line, who joins Mach in the top 2 of this tournament. And it looks to be maybe Splitter a slight lead. Oh, a big wobble there from Demon. Splitter pulls ahead. It's tight through to the finish line, but Splitter will take the win. It's a mistake right there. That first angle strikes again. That is clearly going to be a big talking point this season. I've mentioned it several times throughout the rounds of this tournament. Right there, Demon wobbled, Splitter was clean, though Demon still kept it close to the end, but Splitter, though, is able to hold on for the victory. Here is your top two. We'll be back in just 1 second. I'll introduce to you your top two, and then we can find out who wins this tournament. Welcome back to the 2026 All-Star New Year's Tournament. 2 competitors remain out of 20. Only one of them can win this tournament. I hope you're ready to meet your competitors, because I'm ready to introduce them. Starting in lane number 1, we've got a sophomore. It's Mach. Mach, a sophomore this year. This is his first time ever competing in the All-Star New Year's Tournament. He competed in the mid-season tournament last season. I think he came home like 3rd in that tournament. So Mach looking for his first tournament win, hoping to get it done and kick off a great, or a hopefully great, sophomore season. But he's going to have to contend with a veteran who's also looking for his first career tournament win. Starting in lane number 4, it's Splitter. Splitter, your 2020 champion, was able to finish top 10 in points last year. That is how he got into this tournament and has been eligible for the All-Star New Year's Tournament since it began in 2021, and he has never won it. Splitter wants to change that today. I've noticed that he's been running with his front splitter down this entire time. He's driven his way to the final round, has a chance to get his first career tournament win. Could it pay off in a victory? I guess we'll have to find out in just a moment. But before we do, I gotta tell you how one of these competitors wins this tournament. And the way you win a tournament is exactly the same as you win a competition. Be the first to win 2 races in a row. We'll be swapping lanes each time. We'll go outside and then we'll go inside. We will go as far as a race 8 doing that. A race 9 is a one and done if we do make it there. And it doesn't matter if it's your second in a row or not. If you win that one, you will be the tournament winner. It is worth noting that the last 2 tournaments we have run have gone further than the first 2 races, and last year's All-Star New Year's Tournament went all the way to that race 9. But previously, though, I believe, if I remember correctly, things ended in about 2, maybe 3 at most. So, I guess let's throw in the competitions here as well. The last two or 3 competitions have only gone 2 races as well. And so, we could be here forever, or it could be a quick 2 and done. Drivers are now lined up at the start line, prepped and ready to go. A reminder of your lineup, we've got Mach in lane 1 and Splitter in lane 4, who takes the advantage after race 1. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Splitter slightly in the lead. A bounce there of his back end, though Splitter still leading onto the flat. Mach will beat him to the line. That was a very, very tight race right there. It looked like Splitter had the advantage the whole time, but a bounce right there through that first angle, and then I don't know what happened coming onto the flat, but Mach just kind of pulled away. The sophomore, Mach, takes the advantage after race 1. Drivers are lined up, back up at the start line, prepped and ready to go. They have swapped lanes, meaning Splitter is now in lane 1, Mach in lane 4. Mach has the advantage. Does Splitter shut him down now? And do we keep going, or does Mach wrap this up in 2? And it looks to be Mach, maybe a slight lead, clean through the first area. It's Mach in the lead, onto the flat. Mach will take the win and take his first career tournament win. Mach is the winner of the 2026 All-Star New Year's Tournament. His first career tournament win. I think he's like the 8th different driver to win a tournament. That is incredible right there. Coming off of a rookie season of extreme consistency, but Mach unfortunately didn't win anything. And so Mach starting off the season right here as best as he possibly can with the All-Star New Year's Tournament victory. He will start on pole out of all the competitors who competed last season. That was the spot up for grabs. That is where Dual Fueler was. Dual Fueler falling deep into the pack. Mach right here climbing up, but a great run here by Mach. He was really the cleanest that I saw out there on the track. Splitter, with that front splitter down, let's kind of transition into talking about him, because Splitter ran a very, very good tournament right here. But with that front splitter down, coming on to that last section, coming on to kind of what I've labeled as the flat for this season, it kind of seemed like his splitter kind of dug in right there, and he lost speed. It was good for the early rounds, but after some runs, it really seemed like Splitter was unable to take advantage of kind of his speed. A decent first showing for the track, though definitely some adjustments need to be made. And also, if you couldn't tell throughout this tournament, I'm using a brand new microphone instead of just my phone speaker. Definitely some growing pains there. I think I'm still not too happy with it. And so apologies for the very, very up and down audio levels in this video. Hopefully I can get that ironed out before the competitions actually begin, which is the next time you will see me. Hopefully it will be out early March for the 2026 season opener. After this tournament, it's going to be a wild one, a lot crazier than I was expecting, but a fun way to start the season of racing. Again, we'll be back with the season opener, hopefully sooner rather than later. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I don't think you'll want to miss it after the craziness we saw in this tournament. And so, until then, until next time, my name is Farkle8000, and we'll see you later.